Now is a time for action. Please encourage everybody that you know, interact with, talk to 2, 3, 4, 5 other individuals, and encourage them not to share their air. Don't go into any other environments with any other individuals. Now, we need to drop the transmission rate in our community. That's what we need to do at this point in time to create a little bit more slack in our system. And so thank you for everybody tuning in and really engaging and making the commitment to do that here in our community.
You know, right now it's a very difficult situation. Children are at lower risk for sure, but COVID is rampant in our community at this point. It is overwhelming healthcare systems across the country. The death rate is very, very high, and anytime you congregate people, it just really creates a problem for transmission. You know, and I know Mike gave his opinion last week. And I'm very in tune with the risks of children not being in school. I have 4 young children myself. It is a very difficult situation, particularly for certain socioeconomic groups who are truly struggling with this, for parents who have to work. And I do think kids are falling behind. So there is a risk to not being in school, but right now it is really bad. You know, COVID is really rampant in our community, and we need to flatten this curve. We do need to tamp down this transmission. So this is a very difficult situation. I realize different school districts have different resources, but right now, anytime you're congregating people, that's a significant risk, particularly indoors.
Thank you, Dr. Newman. Well, we talked about the schools a little bit earlier, and we have some folks in our community wondering if it's safe for their kids to return to playing sports. Dr. Newman, is that something else that you can talk about?
Yeah, you know, it's something we talk about on many levels. You know, I've talked to universities about it as well. You know, there's levels of risk, and, you know, contact sports, there's always that chance of transmission, and you have to look at is how necessary is this at this point. And, you know, when you're a kid and you have a chance to play a sport for a very short period of time for your school, I understand it's heartbreaking when seasons get canceled. It's very hard. And, you know, for a kid who has a very finite time to do these sort of situations, this is difficult. But athletics is one of those kind of things where you say, is the risk there really worth the benefit at this time? You know, in the summer, I felt very differently when the levels in our community were different. They're not. I wish we were at a 5 or a 6% positivity rate. I really do, but we're not. You know, we're approaching a 20% positivity rate. That is a catastrophic rate. And anytime people are congregating or interacting, it's a chance of transmission, and it perpetuates this in our community. And even though the risk for those kids are low, this is what I'm trying to say. Everybody's looking at their own personal risk, and they're looking at it egocentrically, but it's like you may pass that to somebody else who has a different risk, and that person could end up into our hospital system and overwhelm the system. And it's not good for any single person in the Commonwealth if there's no health care available. That is not good for anybody. We want to be here to take care of people when they have a problem, whether it's COVID or any other healthcare problem.